Hello everyone, this is Suzanne at the Gospel Truth. Today we have another daily devotional, and today we're going to talk about comfort for troubled lives. So let's get started. Do you not know? Have you not heard? The Lord is the everlasting God, the creator of the ends of the earth. He will not grow tired or weary, and his understanding no one can fathom. He gives strength to the weary and increases the power of the weak. Even youths grow tired and weary, and young men stumble and fall. But those who hope in the Lord will renew their strength. They will soar on wings like eagles. They will run and not grow weary. They will walk and not be faint. Isaiah 40:28-31. God provides strength for each day. Do you have days where you just don't feel like you have enough strength to do anything? I've been there. God provides strength for each day. God's not dead, nor doth he sleep, said the poet. God does not even get tired, the prophet Isaiah adds in these words of our text. God is not dead, so we may enjoy living in our Father's world. God does not sleep, so we can lie down and rest in peace. He does not even get tired, so we can relax and let him run the universe. When we were children, we weren't aware of paying bills and buying groceries and doing laundry and cleaning a house and all that stuff. We just let our mom and dad do it. And my mom and dad did it very well. He is strong and has strength to share. He will always provide today's strength for today's burdens and today's efforts. Do not try to take tomorrow's tension and work, frustrations and anxiety, suffering and temptation today. Your God has not yet equipped you for tomorrow. You can cope today with today's load. I remember a story of a man coming home, and he would hang his coat up, and with the coat leave the worries of the day and not take them inside to his family. And I think that's great. When we get done with the day, we just need to put it aside and wait and see what the Lord has in store for us tomorrow. And we certainly don't want to take tomorrow's frustrations upon us today. Your God has not yet equipped you for tomorrow. You can cope with today's load, for he is at your side, bearing you up. Tomorrow you will be able to cope with tomorrow's problems, because tomorrow he will give you the strength for that day. Athletic coaches like to say, when the going gets tough, the tough gets going. Isaiah speaks of a time when even the tough might not be able to go any further, a time even the youths will faint and be weary, and the young men shall utterly fall. By his prophet, the Lord assures us here that even when the youngest and toughest and the strongest can neither keep going nor get going, then those who trust in him will receive new strength from him. The Apostle Paul wrote of the experiences he had undergone for the gospel's sake. They were experiences that only a tough man would take, and would have stopped a man who lacked commitment. He wrote, "Though outwardly we are wasting away, yet inwardly we are being renewed day by day. When our outward life seems to be a struggle which we are losing, then God renews us inwardly. He comes in word and sacrament, in answer to prayer, as the gracious Father of his world. He helps and renews and bears us up on eagle's wings." The athletic coach tells his young men to reach down into themselves for reserve strength and energy. The prophet invites us here to reach up to the Lord for a supply of his strength. He has it to spare and to share. Almighty Father, give us each day the strength for that day. In Matthew 6:34, it says, "Sufficient is the day in its own trouble." There are so many circumstances and situations in this word that causes us to worry. In this world that causes us to worry. The unknown of what the future holds often keeps us awake at night or consumes our thoughts with anxiety or concern. However, Jesus told us not to worry about tomorrow. He said, "Sufficient for the day is its own trouble," or "today's trouble is enough for today." And that's true. Ron and I had blood work done for our physicals, waiting to hear the results. I have no concern that it's going to be anything bad, but I'm not going to sit and worry about it every day. I have to keep my mind busy and start doing other things. And if my mind tries to go there, I just immediately dismiss it and try to think on something else. In the Sermon on the Mount, Jesus teaches his disciples not to worry. He challenges all not to worry about our lives, not to worry about what we will eat and wear, not to worry about tomorrow. Instead of worrying, we can trust God. We don't have to worry about our daily provisions because God is trustworthy as our provider. Instead of worrying, we can come to God for our daily needs in prayer and trust that He will provide. Jesus tells us we shouldn't worry about our future because sufficient for the day is His own trouble. Worrying about the future is futile. We cannot fix anything by worrying. Neither can we change any circumstance or future event by worrying, just as we cannot add any height to our stature by worrying. We were also not guaranteed that things will happen the way we worry they will. The trouble we anticipate tomorrow may never happen. And oftentimes that's the case. We build things up in our mind, and pretty soon it's this big, huge snowball, and come to find out that whatever it was wasn't that bad at all. Another problem with worrying is that it takes our focus off today. Jesus reminds us that sufficient for the day is its own trouble. This means that each day has its own troubles and challenges to be met in a godly manner, without adding hypothetical problems that might arise tomorrow. In meeting today's challenges, we can better face tomorrow's. Eugene Peterson's paraphrase of Matt 6:34 is, "Give your entire attention to God, what God is doing right now, and don't get worked up about what may or may not happen tomorrow. God will help you deal with whatever hard things come up when the time comes." Now, as many of you know, I recently had knee surgery on May 19th. I'm a little over 3 months out, and sometimes I find myself concerned about my right knee because it's starting to hurt. Like, oh man, I better have to have surgery on that knee, and that's going to be horrible to go through this again. But then I have to stop. Suzanne, what are you doing? You're being concerned about things that may never happen. You don't know what's going to happen. Therefore, do not be worried about it. Take each day as it comes and face it as you always do, and get busy living today. If you worry about tomorrow, you're robbing today of its joys. Jesus tells us what to focus on for today: His kingdom and His righteousness. Sufficient for the day is its own trouble does not mean we do not plan for the future. It means we choose not to worry or be anxious about tomorrow. Instead, focus on what He calls us to do today. Tomorrow's troubles will come tomorrow, and when it does, God will still be there with us. He is the one who holds tomorrow in His hands. As the hymn Day by Day and with Each Passing Moment by Caroline Sandel says, "Day by day, with each passing moment, strength I find to meet my trials here. Trusting in my Father's wise bestowment, I have no cause for worry or fear. He whose heart is kind beyond all measure gives unto us each day what He deems best. Lovingly is part of pain and pleasure, mingling toil with rest and peace." When we are tempted to worry about tomorrow, we need to refocus and remember that sufficient is the day and its own trouble. God is trustworthy to hold our tomorrow, and He will lovingly give us what we need to get through it then. Because of the Lord's great love, we are not consumed, for His compassions never fail. They are new every morning. Great is your faithfulness. So let's remember God provides strength for each day and stay in the day. Yes, we are aware of future things that may or may not happen, I follow the news enough just to keep up with things. I don't dwell upon it. I pray for those empowered to make good changes, that they are successful. There are people on the front lines fighting for all our tomorrows, fighting against a lot of horrible things, but they take one day at a time. And that's good to see. And I hope that you learn to live that way. It will relieve a lot of anxiety and stress from you. I know many of you have loved ones with cancer. You're dealing with a lot of chronic pain. You may have lost a loved one. You're facing a surgery. Just stay in the day. Don't borrow trouble from tomorrow. All right, that's our devotional for today. And this came from For Such a Time as This. And this is the Old Testament. I've got 3 of these books, and they're really, really good devotionals. So, For Such a Time as This, Old Testament. And the other one I got from Bible.org. They have, or questions.org, I'm sorry. They have people that have asked questions, or you can type in any question you want, and if it's there, they will give you an understanding of what stuff means. Very good, dependable source. All right, what have I been doing? What have I been doing? Well, I've been kind of a mess. I find myself jumping from one thing to another, and I got to just stop and refocus myself. When I was a kid, I would start something, and once I saw that I could do it, I wasn't interested no more. Well, my problem isn't so much that now, but I start kind of several objects at once, and then I get overwhelmed. So I'm just going to focus on one thing at a time, and get what I can done in one day, and then tomorrow face it again. I did get this pot holder done for my mother-in-law. This is called the Magic Pot Holder. You can find the video on YouTube how to make this. Very easy, and it's very nice and thick. And what else did I do? I got these 2 squares done. All I have to do now is angle it and do the other part to connect it. This is made out of acrylic yarn. There's a big debate, only use cotton, but I've used these for years. And take things out of the microwave, things out of the oven. 400 degrees, I wouldn't. 350 is fine. I've never had any issues with these whatsoever, and they wash up terrific. Maybe tomorrow I'll pull the ones that I've already made and show you. And this is another square that I did. I'm still working on the second square. And then I'll put those 2 together. And that'll be 3. And I've got this one ready to do the crochet around here. So, and I got my markers and everything. So, in the next couple of days, I'm just going to get these done. And I do have a washcloth somewhere that I started. I made this. This is going to be a hat. I love this color, by the way. This is called Peacock. See the stitches? It's all done on my knitting machine. And when I get done, I will fold it in on itself to make it double. Like this here will pull into here and come up to the top. Kind of like this. And this will be gathered, and then there will be the bottom. These work up so nice and so quickly. And I have a good friend. I was talking to her. Her name is Christy. And she is so sweet. We've done yarn swaps and stuff. We're doing one in October. And she made, like, I was telling her that I had a couple Afghans that I really needed to get finished. And she's so sweet. She said, if you want to send them to me, I'll finish them for you. I went, are you kidding me? So I might take her up on that. That sure would help me out. There is an Afghan I do want to make. It's called Corner to Corner, Join As You Go. It is really, really super nice. I might even do a little video to show you how it's done. There is 4 YouTube videos already out there. I might just give you the link to that, but we'll do that in the future. All right, that's it for our devotional today. Thank you again for joining me at the Gospel Truth. May you have a blessed day in the Lord. Please hit that thumbs up button to let me know that you're out there and that you enjoyed the video. And let's remember to stay in the day, enjoy it, deal with hiccups when they appear, and move forward. All right, take care, and Lord willing, I'll be back on tomorrow with another study in Revelation and a great devotional. You all take care and have a blessed day. I love each and every one of you.